This is the old 77 podcast. Hey, bitches.
Thank you for listening to the old 77 podcast.
Hey, what's up?
I gotta be honest, man. I feel violated with that stare he's giving me.
I know, man.
God damn.
Not only is he fucking your wife, he's fucking you.
Just so you know, if you get up and walk around, those eyes will follow you
Right?
around the room.
I feel like every yawn is a potential Kenny G blowjob.
no doubt. He's got more than one thing he can stick in your mouth. That's all I'm saying.
Who are you?
Turn it up, let it blast. Hey, bitches. This is old 77 podcast.
It's a safe place.
In an unsafe world.
Warning, foul language may occur due to the subject matter.
Who the fuck is this asshole?
Join our Patreon Clubhouse today. Clubhouse members get early access to episodes and exclusive after-hours content at patreon.com/theold77podcast.
That's a huge bitch.
Thanks for listening.
Can you feel the tension? I can. I can feel it down my
Cloves.
It's a nice bluish
Oh, it's an icy night here in mid-Missouri.
Chilly even.
From the old 77 studios, this is the old 77.
It's a safe place.
In an unsafe world.
Oh, it's good to be back in the studios, boys. I was out last week.
Yeah,
and, taking care of home
Sick
life
little one.
and keeping my wife happy, as I do.
I've had sick
As-
little ones too.
As what I do as a good man
That's
out
as
there.
you
As
do.
every good man does with his woman. Makes his wife feel special. Isn't that right, Scott?
Yes, that's
how I do
You
it.
just have to do it, man.
Anyway, a lot going on, dude. We have so much to talk about because so much has happened in the last, even the week.
Yes.
Oh my God, yes.
Let's get over the hard stuff first. One, Russia invading Ukraine. We've all seen it happen. By the time you get this podcast, it's almost a week already.
Yeah.
right.
It's a tough situation there. But also locally, man. Like locally, a lot of stuff has happened around here.
Yeah. Some
Um,
very sad incidents.
Right, some shootings and things.
You know, the 13-year-old, man, God bless his soul, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we had that huge truck convoy here in mid-Missouri.
Yeah, I
it
guess
was
his,
nuts,
I
man.
didn't
Parents
know-
were into trucking, and he was into trucks and whatnot.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
a lot of the local trucking companies and
God bless his soul.
Well, they got a lot of people to do that, right?
Yeah, there was trucking companies, tow trucks, emergency service vehicles. There was all kinds of.
They
there was
were
a
everywhere,
flatbed.
too,
Yeah.
man.
There was a flatbed that carried his casket.
Was it?
Yeah,
Is that
on,
right?
Right
Yeah.
on.
18-wheeler. Yeah.
I mean, it was just right up the road here.
Yeah.
The cemetery
Yeah.
was. I saw all these trucks, and I had no idea what was going on.
Well, the thing is, man,
What
and,
is that?
and how it all went. From what I understand, this is what I've heard, and this is whispered down the lane. So, take nothing that I have with, just take it with a grain of
And
salt.
that's the problem is that if you're not close to the situation, you
Right.
really don't know.
Right.
I've heard, and what I heard was different from what you heard. So it
And
can
I
be
had
construed.
I hadn't
so,
even heard. So,
I heard closely that it was a bullying situation.
and that he had committed suicide.
Yes.
Man.
And what I had heard was that the girlfriend situation attributed to it, whether she told him to do it or he was heartbroken over a breakup with her or something. I don't know the full details, but there's something with how that the girlfriend and I don't know. I don't want to condemn her. I don't
Right.
know.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not judging anyone.
I don't know that she was involved or
Yeah.
she did. I have
Yeah.
no idea. I don't know. I wouldn't.
I'm not judging anyone on here. Like especially kids.
Right.
Oh man,
Because
that's
you're-
a tough.
Well, no,
age.
that's and that's the most
because you're
important
young
thing.
and you have no idea what you're
Yeah.
doing when
Right.
you're that young.
Right, that's the most important thing in that whole situation. You have to think about the young kid who lost his life and is no longer with us, and that heartbreak of the family, and just
Right.
a future that was thrown away. And you have to focus on that and
Yeah.
not.
But I
any of
just
that other
I
garbage
was
that-
told that it was a bullying situation, and
like she had bullied him.
yeah, like just he wanted out of their like young love situation. You
Right.
know what I mean? It's puppy love,
Oh, Right.
but like I guess she liked him more, and so she was like just saying like if you break up with me, then I'm gonna get him after you. And he's like, and he felt
Well, she
pressured.
was threatening him with
They're
to
13,
like somebody
right?
else.
So every time they,
Yeah.
they
my friend will
talked-
beat you up if
yeah.
They're
you.
teenagers,
Yeah.
man.
They don't know what the hell's going on.
My friend's gonna beat you up if you don't stop liking
But
me.
it just sucks. That's
So is he
it's
afraid of getting beat
terrible.
up?
No, I mean she kept putting him into these different predicaments, from what I understand.
Oh, and finally just
and then he's like, "What do I have to do to get out of this relationship?" And then she said, "This is what I heard, that you should kill yourself," and that's all I heard.
Now, devil's advocate, I've heard the youngsters say,
Damn.
"Kill yourself."
right.
So
That's what I was just thinking. How many times have I
I-
told you
right.
guys to go fucking die? Right,
Right,
or,
but-
or whatever. You know,
Go eat a
fuck
dick.
off, go down. You know,
I'm not
exactly.
sure.
that's an extreme, though, to take that and go and actually feel like, okay, this is the only way I have out.
But you're a teenager.
I'm so afraid of that situation that because of what she said, this is the only way I feel I have an out.
13 is way too young, man.
yeah,
Obviously,
Right, you're a
fucking
teenager.
know shit.
You don't know a damn thing.
you haven't lived life yet. You're just like still growing. Dude. Your
Fucking
body's
hell,
not even
man.
fully developed yet.
Yeah.
It's
But
it's
I
sad.
mean, when I was 13, I was a hellion, though. I mean, that's just
Right.
who you are. You just
It's
fucking
sad, man.
because you don't know, and
Dude,
you're
kids
still
are-
growing up.
Kids
You're
are
still,
different
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to sound like an old man over here.
Yes,
but
back in
our
88,
day,
I
man,
was, when I went to school, I didn't have any shoes to wear.
You know, I actually was like
Yeah.
what 6, 5? Oh man, even younger than that. 4, probably 5. Going into the store, buying my mom's cigarettes.
Oh yeah.
Can I get a carton of Salem 100s?
Yeah. I mean, in Puerto Rico, if you were big and brave enough to go up to the bar and ask for a beer,
they'd
you'd
give
get
it
a
to you.
beer.
Yeah, they'd give it to you. If you ask, you got
Right, you got it.
it. Right.
13,
I knew a
man.
couple places like that. You could go and drink
This kid,
with the guys.
this kid is, this kid's only like a few years older than your son, dude.
I know. My boy's 12,
Man.
and I see it already. I mean, I can see where he's coming from if
Yeah.
that's the case. He's kids get so much conflicting information nowadays.
They do.
On top of growing up,
Yeah.
I mean,
I think with my kids, I luckily had a situation where my kids were easy to talk to.
yeah,
And I had that, and I would tell them stuff. I never lied to them. If they asked me a question, I would answer it honestly and truthfully, but I didn't answer more than what they were asking.
right.
You know what I mean? It's that whole salesman stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And mindset is once you've sold, stop selling.
Stop selling
You've
it.
made the sale. You're going to talk the person out of it.
There it is.
So if my child would ask me about A or B or whatever, I would answer that
Yeah.
honestly as best I think, and as much as you can tell, however old kid is asking you that.
Right.
But you run into a situation of giving them more information that they're maybe not ready for yet. If they're aware of it, they've heard it, you're there to straighten and give them the information. So I've always had that kind of communication with my kids and being
Right.
open and being able to talk about whatever. And I always made an effort to talk to them. And I think that's luckily I've been able to do that. And
That's
not
key
all
right
kids,
there.
not all children, or not all teenagers are willing to fucking leave me alone.
Dude, not all
Yeah.
kids. The problem with kids is they come pre-wired.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, but I feel like bullying is like
It's different.
so much. There's more dimensions now to it.
Yeah.
Like when we were kids, if someone got bullied, you either handled it, and you either got your ass beat, or
Right.
maybe you took them.
Right.
And
Like,
nine
the
times
thing
out of
is
10
settled.
I'm not-
The thing
right,
is settled.
right.
The
And
thing is
9
settled.
I'm
times
not
out of
talking
10
about
after
snitching.
that, you guys were
Yeah.
cool,
Right.
right?
I'm not
And
talking
now,
about-
like,
bully, we're all
today,
right.
it's now it's Facebook, and then you got
Yeah,
like
all kinds of
Instagram
ways.
and
But
all these other
the
like
problem
social
with the
media
bullying
stages.
is though is that that they have to be brave enough and open enough to be able to talk to you about it. You know what I mean?
True.
So if they're getting bullied, I'm not talking about snitching. I'm not talking you telling so and so to, hey,
Snitches get
hey,
stitches.
Dad, just
Stitches.
just so you're aware, I'm dealing with the situation.
right.
And I'm give the advice or whatever, as opposed to that child. I would like, if one thing I would like for kids, like that youngster situation,
Yes.
to have the courage or ability or comfort to be able to talk to an adult,
I was thinking
I
that
like
during
whether
that
it's
story.
your
Yeah,
coach,
like your parents,
or a
He didn't
teacher,
have
or a
that.
counselor,
Right.
your parent, your cousin.
he didn't have that. at all.
I
I could be wrong.
If I'm wrong, I hope I'm wrong, but
Yeah.
it seems like he didn't have that.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He didn't have an outlet.
It seems that way,
Yeah.
right? To immediately go there. I hate that. I hate that happened.
That convoy was just.
Dude, that was epic. I saw
And
a
again, we're
thing-
not trying to point blame on that either.
No,
We're
no,
just,
no, not at all.
Yeah,
Just-
but yeah, that convoy was pretty.
that
impressive.
outcome was. Let me phrase it like that, perhaps. I don't know, man. I'd like to think my kids could come to me and talk to me. I got a boy that age. He's talked to me about bullying before. He's got a kid that used to come up to him and slap him on the back of the head, really hard. And I hate that kid. And I'm like, well, what's he doing? And he told me. And I'm like, well, retaliate.
Yeah, what are you doing about it?
Yeah, I said, what are you doing? And he's like, nothing. I said, well, tell a teacher. Oh, So it happened a couple more times. So I showed him this. Walk up to him and put your finger right here in his Adam's apple and just push his chest.
Right.
I was like, it ain't going to do nothing to you, but it's going to hurt him. Yeah. And he did it a couple of times. The dude backed off.
Yeah, you just got to stand up for yourself.
But not everybody's willing to do that.
Right.
Kids are scared nowadays.
See, because my day, I always stood up for myself, and if it was up against somebody who I don't think I could match up with,
right?
I'm going to make sure I have backup.
You had like the Debo scenario,
right?
Dude,
so
you never
I don't really need you to
backup.
help me, but if it starts to go really bad, you need to stop it. And actually, that would make sense either way, because I don't want to beat somebody up too bad.
So I was trying to look for footage on the convoy, the local convoy,
yeah.
but I can't find anything.
Oh, I saw all kinds
saw
of videos on Facebook.
Yeah, I saw it.
That's how I saw the flatbed.
But it's impressive. It's really impressive.
Oh, it stretched for a good couple miles.
Yeah.
So then, anyway, with that
all the way up that frontage road.
So with all that happening, then like 4 or 5 days later,
right?
Strike two.
There was that shooting in Russellville.
Yeah.
What the hell happened in Russellville? That's
so
what I want to know.
It was two brothers.
What the fuck?
It was two brothers, a sister, and another guy who I think was the boyfriend of.
Yeah, and they were at his house. Is that right?
I
the
forget.
boyfriend.
I don't know like
it's right here.
some details of it. Is that what it says?
Charged with 3 shootings.
Where was the location?
Where was the location? Does it say?
Here, you probably looked at that earlier. And
I actually did not.
I'm 47. I'm a little older than these guys, so I'm starting to do this number. You ever do this number where you back it up to be able to make it clear?
Oh yeah.
I'm
there now. That's why I got glasses and stuff now.
Well, I wear contacts, but even with my corrected vision, I still have to start doing that. So I got bifocal contacts. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah.
They were at Canary King Road in northeastern.
Canary or Kearney?
I
Canary King Road.
I would say Canary.
Okay.
Yeah.
It may be Kearney though.
Because Kearney King, I mean,
Canary sounds right because of all the mines around.
Right.
Was Kearney King like a local singer?
Could be. But they were in northeastern Montauk County.
Okay. Yeah.
Northeastern. So that would be butting up against us in Cole County,
I
wouldn't
was going to say, where is Montauk?
Russellville. Yeah.
Russellville.
Well, technically, Russellville's still Cole County.
That's
but
what I
it's
was
further
thinking.
past that way.
Okay, it's a little bit past Russellville.
Right.
Okay.
So anyway, I have some audio for that, courtesy of KMIZ.
Ooh, KMIZ.
Yeah.
Man.
What happened, and it sounds like it was an argument that eventually turned physical.
Devin Lucas, updated information that came out today shows that one person was shot and killed here in the weekend incident on Kearney King Road. Two other people were hit by gunfire and one person was assaulted. Montauk County prosecutors charged Ethan Bondurant on Sunday with 10 felonies, including first-degree murder and multiple counts of armed criminal action. A probable cause statement said Bondurant shot a victim identified as JB to death. The 3 other victims identified Bondurant as the shooter, according to the statement.
I wondered the same thing.
The statement did not say what led to that argument. Bondurant is accused of pistol whipping the victim who was not shot. The statement says Bondurant admitted to the shooting at the 2 people wounded by gunfire, but would not say why the victim killed in the shooting had died. Today, he remains in Montauk County Jail without bond.
What did that mean?
Coming up on our new...
Can we go back to that? What did that mean? Wow. They asked him if he shot him, but he refused to say something about the way the dude died. What the hell is that they charged him with?
I don't know.
Today, he remains in Montauk County Jail without bond. Coming up on our newscast...
Sorry about that.
So yeah,
a
and
victim identified as JB to death. The 3 other victims identified Bondurant as the shooter, according to the statement. The statement did not say what led to that argument. Bondurant is accused of pistol whipping the victim who was not shot. The statement says Bondurant admitted to the shooting at the 2 people wounded by gunfire, but would not say why the victim killed in the shooting had died. Today, he remains in Montauk County Jail.
He admitted that he went up in there and shot him up.
Instead of saying
I'll have more
he didn't admit to, or he didn't say why he did it, instead of simply saying that, she made that long ass run on.
Right.
To sound more.
That sounds like the local sheriff's actually.
Right.
But what that sounds like is that he admitted to rolling up in there and shooting him.
Right,
but because that dude died, he didn't admit to that guy dying.
Right.
Yeah. Well, the way that I took it is he wouldn't.
So he didn't mean to go up in there and kill him.
He no. Right. That what I was thinking is that he would say, "I admit I did it," but once he found out he died, he's not giving them a reason why he did it.
See, to me, it sounds like I went up in there and shot him, but I didn't know he was going to die.
So the one victim, there's more information on the other victim.
Yeah.
The other guy who survived this. And he's actually...
It's weird how we both heard the same
I'm not going to bring up any names. But here's the audio on that.
From Kearney King Road, where the shooting took place, on how one surviving victim's life is now changed forever.
Troopers said today that 1 person was shot and killed here over the weekend on Kearney King Road. 2 others were hit by gunfire and 1 hit by the gun itself. The family of one of the victims, Tegan Higgins, said he has a long road ahead of him. Neighbors tell me 2 young boys lived in this home for about 6 months. It's where the killing happened, leaving a 20-year-old dead and several struggling for their lives. Tegan Higgins had surgery today on his left arm, which has major bone damage, but his injuries get worse. Tegan's father, Heath Higgins, says a bullet hit his spine. Doctors say they cannot do surgery on Tegan's back to remove it. They are afraid they will do more damage trying to remove the bullet. Tegan is currently unable to feel anything below the waist, and doctors say that he will not be able to walk again. Tegan is a student at the University of Central Missouri. 2 friends from his fraternity said they were devastated to hear the news.
What the
Me
fuck,
and a few guys hopped in the car, went straight to Columbia Hospital, and went to go be with him and his family during these trying times.
Allen says COVID-19 restrictions.
God, dude, like,
what the hell?
What
the hell happened?
I mean, I'm glad. I'm glad he's alive, but like he was something was taken away from him, man.
Oh yeah.
And you know, it's over something so fucking stupid. Probably. Like, I'm sure there was some kind of like jealous rage.
It sounded like he got pissy, went in the other room, from what I've heard, grabbed a gun out of just pulled the pistol out of a holstered thing, you know.
Well, went
up and shot the place up.
Here's the deal: the shooter killed his own brother.
Yeah.
That is some fucking crazy shit.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
So 2 people have already died?
No, just 1.
Just
so
one.
This guy right here that you're showing was his brother?
No, this is just a friend.
No, the dude they arrested, the guy that died, was his brother.
Yeah.
Well,
the shooter
isn't this the guy that died?
No. This guy is...
No, he's the dude that's alive. They've got in custody.
Oh,
he's going
still
to
in
survive.
surgery.
He's going to
That's
survive.
right. Okay. I understand now. So was there a third shooting victim? Or just the 2?
No, I'm not sure if the girl was shot.
I don't think she was shot. He pistol
pistol
whipped
whipped
her.
But I'll tell you what, getting pistol whipped, man, that's no fucking picnic.
Right? No, he
either.
pistol whipped her, and that was his sister.
I've done it to somebody.
Yeah, it was his sister.
He pistol whipped his sister, shot his brother-in-law, killed his brother.
Jesus.
And then they said when they caught him, he was taken into custody. Authorities reported that Bondurant was repeating, "I fucked up."
That's devastating news.
Okay, so they're taking that as his confession.
I fucked up.
But then when they really came down to talking and there was a lawyer, they were like,
that's some fucked up shit.
That lawyer shit. That's where that whole he does not admit to killing him.
He knew he was gonna die.
He knew he was gonna go up in there and shoot the place up, but he didn't think he was gonna die. That's where that comes in.
A lot of crazy shit going on around here lately.
What the fuck happened in Russellville, man?
No one ever.
So that's both these situations.
No one ever would be like, "This is going to happen
in the
Russellville.
greater Jefferson City area." But it's both of those were close to Russellville.
That happened in Russellville.
This one.
That
and
one
the
was
young
right,
man.
right out of town.
And the young man who killed himself. It was also.
No, I'm not sure if that's. No, that's in county somewhere. I'm not sure what county that happened.
I don't know where that one.
So real local to both of us. So that's why we're talking about these two incidences, because these happened really close to each other and they happened really close to where we're at.
Yeah. Not even 25 minutes.
Right.
You know. Yeah. Circumference.
Yeah.
So guys,
surrounding
we
area.
got through all the karate stories we want to talk
We
about.
have, man. We got through all the hard stuff.
Is it now? Can we have fun now? Can we have
Debbie
fun?
Downer of first segment.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Dude, that video.
None of those segments are awesome.
That was
But
one
it
of
had to be talked about, you know.
That
That's
was one
what's
of the
going on
old
in our
time
world.
videos.
You're
Right
talking
there.
about the Nobody Got Time for That?
Yeah.
I used to be able to say that.
That whole
for
remix
the whole,
goes on.
What was her name? Georgia Brown? Was it Georgia Brown?
I used to be able to say that whole thing.
Oh.
You know, it was.
Got time for that?
I woke up to get a drink of water, and I smelled like there was a barbecue, like somebody's having a barbecue. I went around the corner and I saw it on fire. Ain't nobody got time for that. I got the bronchitis.
Got the bronchitis, that's right.
I woke up to go get me a cold pop.
A cold pop, that's
then
what it
I
was.
thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, oh, Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus.
Nothing, Jesus.
I ran for my life. And then the smoke
got me.
I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Dude,
Ain't
that
nobody
is
got
one of
time
the
for
best
that.
ever.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Then the remix comes in. You're like,
That was like when I worked at the bar.
Dude,
we would throw that up in between the sets of the bands we're playing. We would throw that up on the PA system in the video and play that video on the screens in the fucking bar.
Look, I got like people.
Oh,
doing,
man.
Like what the hell's that
Right.
called?
They have monkeys dancing and shit.
That's terrible.
Cold
pop.
We get hit for this.
That's why I'm bringing it down, man. Usually, if I bring it down
But
about
this guy
here,
was even better, man.
Oh,
you got your phones
Hide
on.
Your
You can
Mama.
hear it. Oh my god.
Antonio Dodson.
Yeah. But
That
she's,
guy.
I mean, she's for me, the best.
Man
Yeah.
in bed.
These are news clips, so
Yeah.
these should be
They are
Yeah,
legit.
it should be legit.
And then you seen the one with the guy that looks like he's a fucking unicorn.
Oh,
rainbow
yeah.
fucking shit. It's like,
Dude, my favorite is the chick in New York or whatever, like talking on the phone or doing whatever, and they're interviewing and they walk by, and this dude just runs up and yells, "Fuck her right in the pussy!"
Oh, I've seen that one.
Right, I love
Yeah.
those. That's what the whole
from
thing.
out here in the projects. Dodson says her attacker used a garbage can to climb onto the unit's ledge, open the upstairs window, and then he got in bed with her.
He tried to rape me. He tried to pull my clothes off.
Dodson struggled with her attacker, knocking over items
What
in
the
the
hell's
bedroom.
happening in
Antoine
the
Dodson heard his
projects?
sister
There he is.
scream and ran to help.
Well, obviously, we have a rapist in Lincoln Park.
In Lincoln
He's
Park.
climbing in your windows. He's snatching your people up, trying to rape them. So y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband because they raping everybody.
Raping
out here.
everybody.
The attacker got loose.
Just losing his fucking mind.
That guy's probably a millionaire now, dude.
like, first of all, somebody out here raping people in Lincoln Park.
I don't know who
think-
y'all's is.
You don't think so?
No, God no.
That's hilarious.
You don't think he cashed in on like
Well, even if he did, he didn't
on
know
the
how to
image,
manage it.
the whole image thing, man?
I mean, yeah. He might have made a couple bucks off of that.
He got his
situation,
15
but-
minutes.
Yeah, he may have made a couple bucks off that situation, but there's no way he made any real money.
I mean, until the next emergency thing happened in
Right.
whatever Lincoln Heights, and they
I
interviewed.
mean, even
the
as
next
popular
dude.
as Homegirl was, I don't know that she would have made any money off that
Nah.
shit. I think I may have seen her on TV.
She was on Chappelle's show. I mean,
Was
if
she?
they made it to that status,
Well,
maybe.
She might have got some coin for that.
You know, a little bit. Dave hook her up, you know, like you do.
I think I might have seen her on Tosh.0.
He's climbing in your windows. He's snatching your people up, trying to rape them. So
Yeah.
hide your wife, hide your kids.
Hide your wife.
Hide your kids,
Hide your wife.
Yeah.
Raping everybody out here.
We
We gonna find you.
Wanna tell that?
So like YouTube has made tons, millions of people just
Dude,
random people famous now.
It's amazing.
I love it, man.
The amazing amount of content YouTube holds.
Right. And I've been seeing where that, like, where are they now? Because some of these memes are old. So like they show like a kid in the meme who's now like an older teenager,
like the little kid on the beach, like doing
Yes.
There's now like 22.
Right, isn't that crazy? I think it's kind of cool.
It's because it's just we're getting older, guys. That's all.
I do.
Yeah, but they just keep
We're
staying.
getting older.
They just keep staying the same age, man.
Yeah. Let's take a break real quick.
Yeah, you want to take a break?
Yeah, I'm down for that.
All right, man. Throw us up a bed there.
When you said staying the same age, first thing I thought was, all right.
I was hoping somebody would throw that out.
Sorry, I was a little slow on that.
Oh, no worries, man. No worries. Hey, did you guys know that we're in a movie coming up?
We are. We're going to talk about that next.
Yeah, we'll talk about that next.
Yeah.
We're in a movie. If you've been paying attention to the scroll this time, you kind of know what it is. Or maybe.
And
I don't know.
and actually, like
it's winning awards.
We're doing.
I think it's cool. It's nominated, I should say.
And we portray
This
ourselves.
is even new to me.
Yeah.
What?
We portray ourselves in it
Yeah,
and
it's
the
us.
podcast. So
Yep.
it's getting some exposure there.
It's getting a little bit. We'll talk
Yeah.
about that coming up.
Shout out to Biscuit Strength. What's up, Biscuit?
What's up, Sir Biscuit? Hey, shout out to the Jeff City Paranormal Society.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
And JT from the Paranormal Sun.
Hey, what's up, guys?
And Dave Jordan out there in the podcast world, floating around.
Dave's
Hickman
hanging
Automotive.
out. Yeah.
Dave, what's up, brother?
On there on a
Miss you
Marina
tonight,
Road.
bro. We miss you.
What else we got?
Angel
down here?
sitting in.
He's just bleaching his asshole again, man.
Sitting in again. Sitting in again.
Man, you can't keep that thing white, pearly white like Dave likes.
Hill to the no.
All right, man, let's take a break.
All right.
See you guys in just a bit on the old 77.
In the Groove, Vinyl Records and More has the widest variety of new and used music, carrying new and reissued vinyl, used CDs and cassette tapes. In business for over 20 years, offering the best variety and service we possibly can. In the year 2000, we started out as a little hole in the wall, and now In the Groove is a full-service record shop with thousands of records to choose from. Buying rock, jazz, R&B, soul, and blues records, 33s, 45s, and 78s. We also buy CDs and cassette tapes. We've been buying and selling since 2000. In the Groove is a one-stop shop for records, stereo equipment, CDs, and other fun oddities. 708 Jefferson Street, Jefferson City, Missouri. Give us a thumbs up and follow us on Facebook. In the Groove, Vinyl Records and More.
Oh.
Hit it. Hey, welcome back to the old 77.
It's a safe place.
In an unsafe world.
It's like, so yo, man, we're gonna be in a movie coming up.
Yeah.
A movie.
Our good friends over at Worthy Pictures.
As ourselves.
Yep.
And the old 77. We're part of a Worthy production. Scott, give me some
soul graffiti.
Here we go.
Are you ready?
Here's some voice work for
All right.
the soul graffiti.
Here we go.
Worthy Pictures.
Worthy Pictures.
Worthy Pictures presents a Jed Ainsworth joint. Mid-Missouri is in the house.
Yeah.
With the soul graffiti.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't feel like we could say
anyway.
enough. Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to seeing this movie.
Yeah, man, we're going to go to, I think, the Wednesday showing coming up.
Cool.
It's in April.
Yes. More details to follow.
Our buddy Jed, who directed it, he is coming in tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Next week.
Next week. Jed will be on the show
And
next
he's going to
week.
be talking about it.
And is there going to be a theater that they will be playing this at?
I
or is
think they're going to be doing it at the
released online?
Ragtag.
Ragtag,
okay.
and also the theater down on High Street.
That's right. What is
Oh,
that
you know,
called?
I'm
Right next to Cork.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. So I'm gonna grab me some wines that night.
Get you some wines and some cheeses. Oh, it'd be so nice.
Get a sharp coochie board.
Yeah.
That boy sure knows how to make my
Yeah,
sharp
that's
coochie
just
board.
some
That
wine.
is just the fanciest
Maybe-
fucking Lunchable I've ever
maybe,
seen in my life.
right,
son. That's all it is a fucking.
Maybe bring a flask of bourbon.
You seen that? There's a meme that he had like opened like 3 or 4 Lunchables and pulled everything out and laid it out all
Just
fancy.
yeah. The one I like is there's a dude. He's like, first you got to take this branding iron and stick it in the fire. Get you a board. Any board will do. And he just grabs something off the wood pile, brand it.
Oh.
Now go dump a bunch of Lunchables on it. Charcuterie board.
We're gonna be like VIPs up in
Right?
that movie.
Nice.
Yeah, so we start the movie off. I think.
We do. I think.
Yeah,
The early cut I saw of it, we started the movie off.
And then we're in the
So
middle.
the opening of the show opened to the movie. That's
We're in
kinda
it in a
cool.
couple of different spots, but we're talking about this. It takes place in St. Tony, fictitious, just right up the road in St. Tony.
St. Anthony.
Right? Up in St. Anthony, Missouri. St. Tony.
St. Ants.
That's where I get my meatballs up there.
It's a
in St.
local
Anthony,
radio
you know what I
station
mean?
that's, struggling. We've all been in radio here.
Maria lives in St.
Right?
Anthony.
Your cousin Tony lives up in St. Anthony.
She makes the best
right?
sauce. The best sauce ever
Up there,
had,
over there.
man.
Up there and over there.
She spreads them, says,
What,
here's the sauce.
Oh.
Put the bread. Leave the bread
Thanks.
alone.
Why did
Thanks,
you put,
Maria.
Maria, why did you put the feta up in the sauce? We don't need that.
The famunda.
There's too much garlic on the bread.
God damn it.
You had to toast it. You had to toast it.
I think you're slightly over toasted.
So anyway,
Back to
it
St. Tony.
takes place in fictitious St. Tony, a local radio station that the owner kind of is super shady, like most radio stations are. If you've heard any tale actually come out of either Matt or I from this podcast.
Hey, we're veterans in local radio.
We've been there, right?
Yeah.
So this dude's a shyster. Decides to sell the radio station. They have to try and raise funds in a big telethon, and
they have parties.
Yeah,
like an old school all night telethon.
Right. That's where we come in because we're a local podcast talking about it.
Yeah, and we share love to like local businesses.
Oh, yeah.
And local radio.
Absolutely.
You know.
Talk our whole first segment about local news and stuff that affected us,
But I think this is going to be a good movie. I think everyone should get out there. It's going to be out digitally in May sometime. Jet Ainsworth will tell you about it next week.
Yeah. Jet will be on next week. Oh, cool. So it should be pretty cool.
Jet's a cool dude.
Yeah, we've worked with Jet for 6 years now, 7 years.
Good guy.
Yeah. Collaborated with Jet before. I was in the Borderline once.
You were?
Yeah, that was fun.
You guys played in front of a bunch of...
The venue we played at is no longer there. That was a bummer.
Well, guess what?
Where was this at?
It was at the Bridge.
That's right.
Yeah.
The bridge was right underneath of the Avenue HQ.
Right, where
that's
where the tornado hit right there.
Oh man, it did.
Yeah.
And that's where we had our reception there.
Yeah, you sure did.
That's right. You guys did have your reception there.
That was dude. That was.
And
I worked security a couple times. I did a comedy show
Is that
up there.
right?
That was one of the funnest receptions. I'm just gonna say. I've been on record saying it before, man. But I had so much friggin' fun at your reception.
Oh yeah, it was a good time.
Your dad.
My dad's. He's the man.
Bless your
I
dad.
remember jamming out to Queen on the fucking dance floor.
Yeah, there was a mosh pit.
Oh man, right?
That was great. My mom's like, "What's going on here,
Mamma mia,
Mamma mia, let me go." Matt, why are you jumping around? Like that? My dad's like, "That's my son."
His
out
dad's
there.
over there
Have
with
fun."
a whole bottle of Jameson in his hand, like, I don't know that fucking kid. He ain't related
Are
to
you
me. He
kidding
gets it
me?
from his mother.
If it may have not been on his face, but it
Swigging.
was definitely in his head.
Right.
Ear to ear smile. Look, that's my fucking son. Look, he just got married. That's my son.
No, his face was so disappointed. It was
I
such,
don't believe that for a
such
minute.
disgust.
Not at the wedding.
It was at the reception.
It was
At
my
the wedding.
behavior that he was.
Yeah, at the wedding he was all for it, but at the reception, man, woo.
But I don't get it because like months later, my cousin got married.
told me that he
and
was
like
partying his ass
cutting it
off.
up, dude.
Fucking haters gonna hate.
Right, exactly.
Haters are gonna hate.
Hey man, you can't make them happy all the time.
We had a thing
right?
called the dollar dance,
Right?
and just lines of people just giving me their money just to dance with me, which was crazy.
Oh, yeah.
My
So
wife
my-
got a couple
They do
hundreds
that
on
here.
ours.
We got
Yeah.
like $400 from
You get a
our
ridiculous
fucking
amount
dollar
of money,
dance.
Yeah.
And so
People shoving 10s and 20s in your pocket.
my dad like came. He was part of the line. He was like the last guy, and I got to dance with him. He's like, how much money did you make so far?
Give me the bag, I'll count it. You won't.
He's like, I get 10% of that shit.
Who is this? Your dad?
I made you, boy.
Your boss.
Finder's fee.
Yeah. Hey, get my cut. Get my cut.
Motherfucker.
You gotta pay your respects to the family.
Oh man, and like everyone took Madison's home that night because we had so much food
Oh fuck yeah! That shit
that
was
we had
so
like we
good.
had to-go containers right by the door.
You know my
that was the ultimate.
You know my jive ass took a fucking plate home.
I took 2.
Not only did you have a good time at the wedding, you drank and you ate well, but then you ate again that night when you got home with the wedding food.
That was the best about going on our honeymoon. We went to all inclusive, and you can wake up and go to the breakfast buffet, and then mid-morning that fucking pizza oven by the swim up bar would turn on, and have a
awesome.
10:30, 11 o'clock pizza.
That's
and
where
then
it's
like
at.
1:30 you'd have lunch. And then 5, 6 you'd have dinner.
I would love.
And then when you were crashing up there in the room, you were ordering room service, and you were ordering like just one thing. You like ordered 2 things. And so I gained 17 pounds on my fucking honeymoon. I intentionally weighed myself before we went down there. 17 pounds heavier when I got back.
No, man, that's just enjoying life. That's enjoying life.
I never went to an all-inclusive, man.
I have. It's fucking game-changing.
That's what I hear.
I've been twice, and they're fucking...
We went for our honeymoon.
3
We went to
times.
Jamaica. We stayed at Runaway Bay.
Yeah.
It was... I'm not a water guy, but I loved it.
My first honeymoon was in Jamaica.
Yeah. Like so there's a resort down in Jamaica called Hedonism and Hedonism 2.
Yeah. Right.
And this is literally like no rules, right? You can do whatever the fuck
you
you
walk
want.
around with your dick out if you
right.
want. No big
You
deal.
want to fuck on the beach out in the open? Go for it. You know, you want to have
just wang completely.
You want to have a 3-way out on your personal patio with a pool?
Right.
Go for it. You know.
I mean, you're out doing it in public,
Have
so I'm
at
sitting
it,
over
man.
here minding
Have
my
at it.
business, and you're in my vision. I'm
Well, there's even
Right.
so when we were there was reportedly a chick who would like give you head in the breakfast line.
Jesus.
Nice.
She would just, hey,
with other people.
Apricot. Yeah, it didn't matter. Apricot. Would you like a beer? Head. And dudes be like, head. And she, okay, blur, and just,
in front of everyone else.
Oh, right in the line. She'd probably move with you.
Proud
you
dick
know?
sucker right
Could you
there.
imagine, like you just woke up and
I
you're
suck
like,
dick and I don't give a fuck.
But like that was the shit, And we had like
Give me that dick.
we had a whole little group that was on our bus from the airport.
Let me guess, that was the longest line of all the stations.
Well, we had
Motherfucker, hurry up.
It was like an hour away, right?
Finish up, bitch.
We had an hour shuttle ride, and these motherfuckers were like practically fucking in the shuttle, and the guy would like, they're going to hedonism right there.
People were fucking in that thing?
Pretty much, they were blazing it up, and I mean they were just no rules, right? We were like 2 beaches down from them. You could like see the shit going on.
Right. In the first time we went,
In
we
our
decided we wanted to
Sandals
go-
resort.
Right, we were in Sandals.
Families
we wanted
and
to make
shit.
sure that we made it to there with everything that we needed. We did not want to take any excursions or pay extra because we're fucking.
We did that.
No.
We went off.
So what I did is I asked the guy, "Hey, are we going to stop anywhere on the way there?" To see if we can at least stop and maybe see something local. At least you say, "Hey, I went to this local gas station."
Yeah,
blah,
yeah.
blah, something.
Got any weed?
Right. And he goes, when I asked that, he goes, "Oh, you wanted to buy some weed?"
Exactly. They're all like
I'm
immediately.
like, I know what you want. You want me to pull off somewhere? What you need? I got it right here.
Once
I'm like,
I got through
no,
Jamaican
that's not what I'm
customs.
saying.
Boom.
Yeah.
Hit left and right.
Damn, that's crazy.
Hey, brother, man, you need
I
some. I
drank
need,
the fuck
and they
out of
talk.
some Red Stripe beer and
Oh yeah. They would talk so
what's that?
fast.
Appleton fucking what's
Oh,
it called?
yeah. Appleton Estate.
Appleton Estate.
We just
rum.
polished off a bottle of Appleton in the studio not too long ago.
I brought 3 fucking bottles back from Jamaica. Dumbass.
Damn.
Right, because they sell it here now.
Right.
That's
Yes,
all right.
exactly.
That's
all
all
right.
right.
Still got it. Though.
Yeah, man.
You know
That's
what
all right.
The last one lasted forever before I finally drank it.
I still have a bottle from my honeymoon. It's
Yeah.
like, I don't know, maybe 3/4 empty, but it's the silver rum from Appleton that I don't think they sell here yet.
If I had any sentimental value to keep mine, I'm no longer married to that one. That was the
Oh
second
man,
excellent.
there's just something though about that Jamaican rum.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
so good.
It's Jamaican me crazy.
It's Jamaican me
Making
crazy.
me crazy.
In the Irie.
All those islands, Hispaniola, Cuba, Jamaica, Puerto Rico. I mean, that's
Yeah.
rum central right
Oh,
there. That's
yeah.
the,
Well, they-
the rum runners of the pirates.
I was gonna say they have
Yeah.
sugar plantations
Yeah,
in
sugar-
Puerto Rico,
Yes.
in Jamaica, in Haiti, the Bahamas,
and Venezuela, which
Yes.
is technically in South America, but it's on the southern part of the Caribbean Ocean, so it's actually considered Caribbean.
Okay, so it's like right up in there.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's- yeah.
So pretty much everywhere then. I'm sure they even have them down. You think the Virgin Islands would be big enough to have something like that? Probably.
Yeah.
Some of the bigger like inner islands, but not the.
Is that
outer
down by
ones.
like? Is that near like Epstein Island?
You know, it actually probably is. He was probably down there in either the Bahamas or the Virgin Islands or somewhere around in there.
That dude had his own
Cuba.
He had his own world, dude.
Yeah,
that's what
Well,
that.
he had his own
place is.
island. That was his world.
This
yeah.
is what's going on, and
You had your own little like fantasy world down there.
Dude, nobody's going after you down there, right?
Fuck hedonism.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that
no
was
shit.
hedonism on steroids.
Like Prince Andrew.
Yeah.
Did you see he made a settlement?
Oh, that.
With
I read a story
Virginia,
where he was
guy?
going to have to disappear after the Queen's like jubilation or whatever coming up.
But he's well. Obviously, you're guilty if you're making out of court settlements, man.
Like
this
the
isn't
Queen's
just,
and
this
all.
isn't just to shut someone up. This is just to end everything.
You know what? He's the spare anyway. We don't need him.
Is the Queen now taking the lead as the oldest female celebrity?
I think so. She's got COVID right now.
That's right.
It
she
was
does.
Betty, wasn't it Betty?
Yeah.
Wasn't Betty the...
I don't know if it is the Queen yet or not.
'Cause Betty was almost 100, right?
She almost made
She
it.
almost
man.
made it, but the
almost
Queen,
made
I don't
it.
know if the Queen's over 100.
I think the Queen's 93.
Yeah, she's like, I think she's like 95, dude.
Okay. So I don't know of any other, off the top of my head, alive.
Well, here's some
celebrity.
Here's some audio on the Prince William settlement.
Without, importantly for him, any admission of liability, but with the promise of a substantial donation to Virginia Giuffre's charity in support of victims'
How British, like
that's incredibly British.
Yeah.
rights.
I will pay
A statement
X amount of money for you on your behalf
Uh-huh.
for what you need. What do you need?
In other words,
so
here's money for you to shut the fuck up.
Right.
Prince Charles
Yes.
is 73 years old, the next king of England. His mama is 95.
Charles has come out and said like he doesn't want it.
He doesn't want it. He wants to abstain.
Yeah.
So it will go to 39-year-old Prince William, Duke of Cambridge.
Here's more of Prince Andrew.
filed to the civil court in New York says Prince Andrew has never intended to malign Miss Giuffre's character, and he accepts that she has suffered both as an established victim of abuse and as a result of unfair public attacks.
Goddamn, that's
It's
mighty
known
wide
that
of him.
Jeffrey Epstein trafficked countless young girls over many years.
Oh, he
Prince
blamed
Andrew
Epstein.
regrets his association with Epstein and commends the bravery of Miss Giuffre and other survivors in standing up for themselves and others.
Well, where was he when
Today's statement
she was
contrasts
making these claims? He was
Right.
calling
Like,
her
yes.
a whore and everything
Right.
else.
It's like,
I don't drink.
It's not my problem. She's a whore.
I don't
from
carry
Whore
cash.
Island.
She
How
just
could I
put
have
her
bought
lips
her-
on my dick.
How could I have bought her some drinks? I don't carry cash.
Right.
Sharply with Andrew's Newsnight interview when he expressed no sympathy for Epstein's victims and said he had no regrets about his friendship with Epstein.
Do you regret the whole friendship with Epstein?
Now, still not. And the reason being is that the people that I met.
I got my willy wet
and the
quite a lot.
There yet?
I finally got my dick
I can
wet.
come around. I think you might be able to talk me.
You know, if you've been listening to
It's not there
Fergie,
yet.
Annie, she's quite right. You know, I'm a fucking nut.
Is that who he's married to?
He was.
Was he
Sarah
really?
Ferguson.
Really?
But
And
like,
then they divorced, and she became Fergie.
all you had to say was, "No, I don't like the guy."
Not Fergie from Black Eyed Peas. Not her. Who sings about right? Who sings that song about how delicious her vagina is?
Yeah. So delicious.
Fergalicious.
Opportunities that I was given to learn,
Put those boys in rock.
either by him or because of him, were actually very useful.
Legal
What? I don't even
I
understand.
kind of benefited it.
what
from
he
it.
fucking just said.
Like I made some.
You know, I don't
partnerships,
really think that
connections.
was. Yeah.
I was networking.
That wasn't really words.
Right.
There's no meaning in that answer. He's not sorry for anything that he ever did down there.
Yeah.
He's a big pile of shit.
Well, I think we kind of all knew that. But you know what, man? The guy grew up and lives in a different world than you and
A
I
very entitled
will
world.
ever be privileged to even peek at.
If
That
there's-
guy could literally, and probably has, hell, maybe, I'm just spitballing here,
Yeah.
has probably rolled into other countries and murdered people, and with diplomatic immunity, skated right back home.
He could probably hire a bunch of people
at least,
too. Yeah.
You know,
Right.
in theory.
In theory.
Man, that's crazy.
Even in this country, he could do it.
Yeah. Well, he's a
Because
rich.
he's and he's a
deep
royal.
pockets,
He's
yes.
diplomatic.
Yeah.
He's a direct descendant of the queen. It's her son.
But the shame on him for the rest of his career and as far as being part of that royal family.
Oh, that totally tarnished it. But that raises the question, man.
He's tainted.
Are the royals even relevant now?
I don't. Monarchs are. Monarchy is starting to really,
maybe not to us, but I think more so.
But it's
who
not
are
even
from the United Kingdom.
I was gonna say it's not even. We don't have a dog in the game.
Monarchy is definitely. It means less these days for sure. There's really. I mean,
It's gotta be a status.
the queen
right?
doesn't
Like a
really have.
symbol.
It is the queen and the royal family. That's what they are right now. They have no kinds of influence in how they're.
What kind of drain?
How Great Britain is government.
Right. What
Right,
kind
no,
of
it's
drain
ran
on the
by
economy is that?
Right.
To
It's
keep
ran by a
them-
prime. They have a prime minister and.
I mean, they probably still talk to the
Right.
prime minister, but they have no initial political decisions.
No, she makes the edicts. So whatever law needs to be put in place, she puts it in place.
Yeah. Right.
So when they do get a new prime minister, the queen meets with them. Will you be my prime minister? She asks them to do it.
Yeah.
And then they got to work with her. That's part of their job. I'm sure of it. You got to keep this old broad informed, right?
Well,
it's true.
Poor old gal got COVID right now.
Does she really?
Yeah, she got the vid.
What I understand, she took the same stuff Rogan took.
Oh, she's taking ivermectin.
Ivermectin, yeah. She started acting like a horse, dude.
They just came out that said that ivermectin is causing people to have worse symptoms.
Really?
When they get COVID.
That's crazy.
I thought that was funny.
Because some of them are just it really helps them. You know what I mean?
I know. I have a couple family members swear by it.
Yeah.
Not proud of it.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. Gosh.
So if you're listening, I'm sorry, and you're my family member, then
My cuz.
Text me or something. You got my num. You got my digits.
My digits, baby.
Like my boy Brock used to say, you got my digits.
Are the Olympics over yet?
I was just gonna ask something else. I don't know. Are they? Did anyone follow the Olympics?
I didn't even watch.
I watched none of
the
it.
only
Zero.
Olympics that I saw was what was on the TV while I was turning it to change it to something else.
It'd be like Special Olympics now, probably.
Yeah.
Or the Paralympics.
They do all three now together in conjunction.
Is it 3 or 4?
It's the U.S. Olympics.
The Olympics.
It's the Olympics, right? And then it's the
main event.
What do you call the?
Is it Special Olympics or the Paralympics?
Paralympics.
Okay, so
Paralympics,
the Paralympics, then Special
Right.
Olympics.
You make them poor kids wait to be last.
Right? That's some shit. Well, the worst part is now the bubble that they've made in wherever they are, dystopian China somewhere. Those people got to be there for like another 6 months.
That's crazy, dude.
Right? They're gonna spend half a year there.
Oh yeah, because they have
they can't
they
leave.
Have to
They
be
can't
in
go home.
quarantine, where they're and they have backups, right?
Yeah.
And those
So
people aren't even
everyone
doing
there
anything;
is-
they're just in quarantine.
Like everyone there has got 3 backups. So if one of them goes down, the other one steps up.
Jeez.
So some people, their whole thing is to just wait. Fuck. That better be some good pay.
No shit.
My mom back home in Xinjiang, Providence.
Right.
She better really enjoy the rice and the new sandals that this provides.
Mm-hmm.
We hit a bag of rice a week for
Right?
the rest of our lives.
That's some bullshit that they go through over there, man.
Right.
Like you
Yeah.
see the working conditions that they're in, glass raw coming out, they're fucking fingering it and stuff.
It's hard, man. I mean, you just don't know how good we have it, man, here
Right.
in the United States.
I do feel blessed.
We bitch about a lot of things, but we got it pretty easy here, man.
A lot of the world is.
I feel like the reason
underpaid.
we're bitching about, body image is the reason Putin's invading, the Ukraine right
Yeah.
now. Like, well, they're too busy fighting amongst themselves. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can do this.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
I hope not, man.
We'll see.
I hope we get through this.
Scott,
If you're the praying type, say a little prayer for the world right now.
I'll say a prayer for you, Scotty.
Yeah, man. Say a little prayer, and maybe in that you can thank our Patreon patrons.
Yeah. Oh.
The Jeff City Paranormal Society. What's up?
And old biscuit. Strength.
service, good.
In Hickman Automotive.
Dude, he was bending our ear the other day.
Oh, yeah, he was.
Also,
West Main
thanks.
Pizza?
Yeah.
Still up there?
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't really updated our billboards. Those are to all our faves, man. Jeff City, out and about. Yeah. Also, thanks to JT and the Paranormal Sun. All our Patreon patrons right now. If you would like to check us out, you can also go to patreon.com/the-old77 podcast. There for like, I don't know, $5 a month. You know, cost of a cup of coffee.
Yes.
You can sponsor the podcast, get early access to episodes, and a little something else in the after hours segments.
Oh, the after hours were.
It's bonus raw content.
The
let me
light
tell you.
just gets dimmer.
I'm learning this soundboard. I love it.
Yeah. All right, guys, we'll be right back.
Catch on the flip.
Oh. Ooh.
Hey guys, it's Matt, and we always talk about Last Flight Brewing Company, and we never exaggerate on how good it is there. They have this wonderful indoor space where you can fit a bunch of your friends or your family. You can take your dog in there. Also, kids are welcomed. We can all drink as equals. It's a great spot. If you want to sit outside, there's tons of space. It's a great spot for a sunny afternoon with friends, families, even colleagues. You can do it all out there. Games, cornhole, whatever your vice is. They also have a carefully crafted beer menu which changes all the time. Each beer they put out is delicious. Also, Last Flight won first place at the Missouri Beer Festival. They've come a long way in a short time, so check them out. You can find them on Facebook and online at lastflightbrewing.com. If you're local, check out Last Flight Brewing Company today. Go enjoy some sunshine. Get off your couch. Go right now. Fill up your growler.
It's time for the cool down on the old 77.
Oh yeah, cool down going on.
Cooling it down.
Oh yeah.
God, I can't even get that deep.
Welcome back to the
Cool
old
it down.
77.
And that guy just is like so natural. Thank
Louis,
you,
man.
Louis
Yeah.
Mano.
The king.
Vermont Hall of Famer.
The Vermont King.
Is he twice now Vermont Hall of Famer?
He's in there.
Yeah, a couple times, I think.
Forever and ever. Respect.
Is that anything like being the polka king of Cincinnati?
I think it might be, yeah. It might, I don't even know. What does the Broadcasting Hall of Famer, like, what does that even entail anymore? I don't know.
I mean, it goes back a ways. I mean,
It does. You have to be in the industry.
Honestly, you're the
Right.
best of the best. You're the best of your industry, man.
Or is it
To
like
be recognized like that is pretty amazing.
Or is it like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame where you have to be consistently going for so many years before you're even thought of being eligible?
In a way, it is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame of broadcasters.
Right.
You know, you want to be recognized, and then some guys are so good that they get recognized nationally. So,
yeah,
like Rick Dees.
Rick Dees. He built a fucking empire.
He's
man.
probably already in the Hall of Fame.
Is Rick Dees still alive?
Yeah, he's still doing shows.
Is he really?
Yeah, man.
No shit.
Out in LA?
I'm sorry, I don't keep up with my Rick Dees.
Neither do I, but
You
I know
know?
that motherfucker's still around.
I didn't know he was still around.
I don't think he does the weekly top 40 anymore, but he does a radio show.
In that Ryan.
He does weekly top
Seacrest
ho.
now.
Yeah, Seacrest is doing it now. Yeah.
Him and Snoop Dogg doing them.
Snoop.
hows.
Snoop's getting blowjobs from Martha Stewart while she's like baking or knitting.
He's
you
like,
know,
make those cupcakes, bitch.
Martha,
Martha, you a dirty ass hoe.
Well, Snoop, today we're gonna dig in tulips. You know, good
Fucking
God.
Snoop Dogg.
Didn't a reporter ask him one time, like, if you know?
You ever smoke weed with Martha?
No, like what? Do you have?
did
it?
ask
That's what I want to know.
Do you regret calling women hoes in the back in the day? He's like, what do you say, Angel?
He said, hell no. Them bitches was hoes.
And they know.
That's how I was. That's what my mind was. That's how I felt. And that's how I truly was. So, no, I don't regret that shit. Fuck them bitches.
Doesn't like true hoes.
Quote, I may have been paraphrasing, but that's more or less what
That's
he
a
said.
paraphrase.
But
Snoop
don't like
Dogg.
true
circa-
hoes like they know.
Oh man.
True hoes know the day's a hoe.
You know what? Snoop has made a living off of being himself, and God bless him for
Yeah.
it. He's making coin along the way.
He is, man. I love that guy. He's a fucking greatest entrepreneurial.
How can you not love Snoop Dogg nowadays?
Right.
You know,
He's all about love, man.
I mean, he was a little, but he was a little gangster early on.
Well, he still claimed that
he's a wise man now.
Don't fucking bull his blood shit with him. He ain't serious about that shit.
Yeah.
And them island boys.
Don't they still rap about, you know?
I'm an island boy.
Oh, God. Dude, so I had to go back in our
So give me
last
some
video.
flange real quick, dog.
We had a little ding.
I'm
in
an
that one.
island boy, yeah. Oh, I'm going back to the island.
Oh, my God.
Mr. Island boy.
There you go. Put some flange on Angel. There you go. Well, I'm an island boy.
You're just an island boy.
Damn, Angel. There you go.
Trying to be an island boy.
I just like kept repeating it and repeating it, man.
But that's just it.
And they were like
That's all
into
you
it
do.
too. They're like, it's an I'm an island boy.
And Snoop's like, look at these two knuckleheads.
Right.
What the hell is this? I don't even know what this is.
Island boy.
Trying real hard.
Those dudes they get into altercations all the time.
They'll
go
try
to like a boxing
They
match.
try to earn their rep.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you got to do that.
But I think it was who the fuck was it? It was a fighter. They almost fought this.
Put some respect on my name.
I lost concentration for a second.
I'm sorry, man. Well, we are in the cool down. Hey, welcome back, by the way.
Yeah, bienvenidos a Los Viejos 77.
Oh, sí.
We are a diverse
Es un
podcast.
sitio salvo para el mundo muy peligroso. It's wanna be an island boy.
Enrique. That guy's a pimp. Enrique Iglesias.
I don't know, man. We got on this Enrique Iglesias kick at work. People still look at us funny. For a while, it was Enrique Fridays during the lockdown.
Was it?
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
It
Just
was
on a Friday afternoon, 1:30, 2 o'clock, just the studio doors would come bursting open with Bailamo.
Sometimes I would instigate it. Right? Scott would instigate it. We're just cracking our fucking hole.
Every once in a while, we'd crack you open a little bit. You know, we'd crack the crust with, what was this boy? What was your dude that you'd always play? Fuck, I can't think of his name. John Cicada.
Oh, John Cicada.
John Cicada,
we'd whip out
wow.
some John Cicada.
Man, that takes me way back.
Oh, man. I can't remember the name of the tune. But
Me neither, but fucking the name. I still remember the name.
I know the vibe of the tune.
It's about something about being alive or staying alive or not.
Something like that.
Oh, I'll find
Fuck
it.
if I know. John Cicada's
I
only hit.
I can pull it down here so we don't
Right,
get dinged
just do.
too bad. I've kind of found a
I know
happy,
it-
sweet
Just
spot.
another
about
day.
here.
Yeah, just another day.
This song was.
Just another day.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I love this song, dude.
Right? Yeah.
That sounds so
Oh
1992.
my god.
Oh,
Dude, maybe that's
oh.
why we love it. Maybe that's why we love it, because
Doesn't
it
that bring back
sounds,
memories? You're just
Yeah,
like,
right?
fuck yeah.
It sounds like 1980, 1990.
That's
Yeah,
92.
1989.
man.
94, 92,
Yeah.
94 and
My
reruns.
freshman year was 89, so
Oh,
that's when I was
man,
coming.
yeah.
Like, oh, yeah.
Like this
Feel like good times.
Like this video is totally 90s, man. Look at
I
this
just
shit.
jerked off 4 times and I got a date in 20 minutes.
Word.
I mean,
Right?
look at him. He's like,
Right.
did you see that leather he was wearing?
Like you could not.
But
come it up.
before
Yeah,
that,
like you just
I could
fucking
not scrub
gallons,
I could not scrub the gallons of fry oil off my fucking skin because I'm working at McDonald's.
Fucking
He was
smell like Taco
probably-
Bell all the fucking time.
He was
At
certainly.
least you got to play with tacos,
I feel like Enrique
ham slams, man.
looked up to John Cicada.
Oh, probably. Well, you wouldn't have had Enrique without John Cicada. You know, I'm pretty sure that Enrique's dad though was the real reason we have Enrique.
Right.
And his
I think he would
brothers.
have been.
Oh, and
he
his-
would have been there. No
His
matter.
ugly brothers too. Oh,
His brothers.
he's got this brother that he
The
can't,
semen that was running down his mom's
right.
leg.
He cannot sing to save his fucking life.
I think his dad just feels bad for him.
I think
can't
Dad just
either,
threw him
really.
a bone. Yeah, I really think.
Here
that.
he goes. Here.
Oh man. Trying to fool YouTube algorithms. Hey you.
What I'm gonna do, man, in the spring, this spring coming up, I'm gonna
We'll
just
see if
take,
that worked.
I'm just gonna take all my doors off and pop the top off my Jeep.
Right.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna fucking blast some Cicada.
Fuck yeah.
Just calling me Matt Cicada.
It's
funny, too,
He only
man.
had the one hit. Was it the only one hit he had?
I'm sure he has others.
He had a
but-
couple others, I think.
But that's like basically the one everyone knows. Just another day.
Hey.
Like Paul Abdul, man. Rush.
Oh, fuck it. Didn't that have Keanu Reeves in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still like the one with.
She was huge back in the day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Paul Abdul was nothing to mess with, dude.
She got into an accident or something, didn't she?
There
Did she
there
really?
is.
I thought she did. Oh, you got some Paula pulled up? Yeah, we're gonna dim this down real hot.
So
I got a boner
yeah,
on
because
that.
she's definitely.
You boys watch out. I got.
She'll definitely ding us right there. Yeah, we can see it, we just can't hear it.
This is how you manipulate the.
This is exactly how you manipulate it.
Boing.
I'm not gonna even risk it with her because I know she'll
Right.
pull us.
Yeah, she will. She's a bitch. So's Kanye.
Yeah, fuck that motherfucker.
Oh, fuck that guy.
I don't care what you heard, Dave.
Yeah.
That's probably the new. Didn't Kanye release an album or something coming up? That's why Dave is emotional.
How? No, has Dave
Another
watched-
one?
Did he watch the documentary?
Donda
on
Part
Kanye?
2?
Yeah, he was watching that.
Okay.
We were talking about that. He was
Maybe
watching
that's
that.
why
Because
he's in a bad
it's
spot.
like-
He learned some shit.
It's brand new on
Could
Netflix.
be.
It's pretty new. It's like a couple weeks old.
Could be, man. All love, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Not to poke fun at him. We just
No, all love.
talking shit like brothers do.
John Cicada.
Just another day. Fuck you, you too.
So, dude, like the weather's been awful lately.
What's going on, man? It'd be nice to, not have all the fucking seasons in 1 week.
What's his name? And Ponzatani Phil fucking saw a shadow. He fucked us for another 6 weeks.
Did he?
Yeah, it was. Well, it's been a couple weeks already.
I didn't even
but
see that. I didn't know
on
that.
Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
They do actually do that ceremony like in the movie every fucking year.
All
It's
the
fucking-
time, right?
So the biggest crowd they've had to date.
What's really messed up is like we
fucked
had
up.
like 3 or 4 really nice days, and then we're like, oh, we're going back to shit weather.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it was just a couple days ago. It was like 75 degrees out.
It was the giant cocktails.
It was the
It's
ridiculous.
happened twice where it starts to warm up and then a cold front comes back through. So then you
Boom,
have that
sleep.
warmer moisture air that's being hit by that cold snap. And
Welcome to Missouri.
Today's meteorological report brought to you by
weatherman. I'm not like the mailman.
John
I don't always
Cicada.
deliver, but I'm like 70% right most of the time.
It's just another day,
right.
bitches.
Yeah, in the ice.
Now, from the Cicada Studios, here's Angel with the weather report. Angel.
It's wet outside.
Back to you, Carl.
Thanks, buddy. Now, today there was another homicide in Philadelphia. The 82nd homicide. Philly is on their way to a record high killings in 1 year.
News at 11.
Yeah. Thanks, Johnny. But make it sound so dramatic all the time.
Right. That's funny.
We did that live. Right on.
Yeah, we did.
So,
improv
at its finest.
Yes.
And now,
if
it's dead
anything else, we
silent.
make each other laugh.
But that's the whole thing of this podcast, right? That's
Right.
what we do. That was the whole point.
Right.
To get together, talk about what was going on during the day, process it a little bit.
Right.
This is
some
get together, hangout
guys
talk.
hanging out, having fun.
There's Bush Light.
Don't be
We've-
trying to accuse people of nothing, Kelly.
Holy shit! We've
Yeah.
almost polished off this bottle of Seagram.
Sarah was saying to me last week, she's like, so your show is just like Seinfeld? And I was like, yeah. I was like, some shows are better than other ones. Like, you never have like the best show.
You're only as good as your last show, right?
I mean, I guess. I don't know. But like, the honest answer is, I think there are moments like in certain podcasts. This is when in any podcast that you're doing in real time, and you're doing like just organic fucking content like we do.
Oh yeah, man.
You're gonna have sometimes you're just gonna have a bad show, or not the greatest show, but like the other shows are better than other ones.
It all depends on you, really. You're going to be on some days you're not going to be on.
Sometimes you have fucking technical difficulties.
Right? Some days you're like Dave and you're losing your shit on the wall,
Right.
and then you went and yak during after hours.
Yeah, 92 was off the hook, dude.
Oh,
that was
man.
fun. But my wife says to me, she's like, so you get the party every week.
I'm done.
I was like, I don't party a lot.
It's not really partying. We're just hanging out.
I mean, we party hard for 3 hours, right?
We talk about things.
Yeah,
we talk about.
I'm too old for that shit.
We're old radio guys who love doing radio.
Right.
We have a radio show now.
You guys.
Yeah.
And we don't have a program director to tell us, hey, man, that needs to be tightened up.
What the fuck I want.
Right?
That's right.
I don't have a sales department that's like, you know what? You're going to have to change this. We don't like it. It needs to be 15 minutes instead of an hour and 20.
I just
I'm good.
Podcasting's fun, man. It's a different beast than radio.
Right? No pressure.
Because I feel like the podcast community is like so supportive. You know,
they can be.
Yes,
they can be.
Yeah.
I've never had anything negative
I've not
from anyone.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same. Just echoing what you're saying.
I mean, we've had a lot of people check us out online. You can check us out at patreon.com/the old77podcast.
Yeah,
just saying.
That's true.
We're on Facebook, YouTube,
Instagram,
YouTube,
the Instas,
the Insta.
We're on Snapchat
too. You know Spotify?
We are on Spotify.
Video on Spotify too?
Yeah. Yeah, you can see video on Spotify.
So Scott, that story,
the whole 9 yards.
The whole schmeal.
So that story you're telling me about,
which one?
The flying object that went into the like hit the plane.
Oh,
so,
the pilots were talking about it?
We were talking about this earlier. So it was a story that I sent you guys. It was a couple nights ago. So it's well known that Matt and Dave and I are all in this group chat, and whenever we want to talk about something on the next show or whatever, we just find something generally interesting, right? We'll throw it the other's way. And so at midnight, 12:30 the other night, a couple nights ago, I sent all these guys this. It was this news story that no one else really is talking about, but it was a dude in an aircraft from a few years ago had reported that while he was flying, something just zoomed the top of his aircraft. It touched him, he said. And it was long and cylindrical. And it was clearly a UFO, but he didn't want to come on and say, hey, man, I saw a UFO.
Right.
That's pretty much the end of your career, right?
I don't know what it is.
Anybody talks UFO,
Right.
that's it. You're done. You're out of the air.
That
you know.
sucks.
So this dude's trying as best he can to, hey, what the fuck's up here? You guys got something weird that I need to be aware of. And this is pretty much the audio right here. We were talking about it.
Yeah, here it is.
Oh, it's messed up.
I think
There's
I
a little
need
video full screen that.
I think I need you to turn something up.
I
over
got
there.
you, man.
You got
I
me?
got you right here. It's global.
We just had something go right over the top of us that, I hate to say this, looked like a long cylindrical object.
That was the pilot of American Airlines Flight 2292 after witnessing a mysterious object pass right by his aircraft.
It almost looked like a cruise missile type of thing moving really fast.
The close encounter happened early Sunday afternoon while the American Airlines flight was passing over New Mexico
I was gonna
en
say
route to
New
Arizona.
Mexico.
Have any targets up here? We just had something go right over the top of us.
The radio call was noticed by an airline radio enthusiast
That's what I
who
liked.
says the call caught his attention
Damn.
because the pilot sounded very excited. On Tuesday, American Airlines
got anything up here I
validated
need
the
to be
call
aware
but
of?
asked for
Right.
questions to go to the FBI.
Like, am I flying in the wrong
The Federal
airspace that I'm not
Aviation
supposed to be in?
Administration also acknowledged
Let me know. I will fucking move out of the way.
Right. I will gladly land in the middle of the desert.
You're gonna tell the FBI, and the FBI's be like, we know about this shit.
But at the same time, they can't tell you until after you're dead.
Right.
reported seeing an object, but says its air traffic controllers did not see any object in the area on their radar scopes.
Oh, that's even scarier. Is it a missile that's not detectable?
No, it's not even a missile. No, I mean, like,
that
it may
would be horrifying.
Yeah, maybe, but you know, if this is something from
that would
another,
be best case scenario, though.
If this is something from another another civilization, I mean, dude, they
Another
have some
level of
kind of
technology.
They have some kind of like force field that can,
cloaking device.
How do you guys think that will happen? Do you think it'll happen in our lifetime? Do you think we'll actually have alien contact in our lifetime?
I don't know,
man.
Like, I feel like we're close to it.
I feel like we're close. We're closer than we ever have been.
I think I have a theory that all these diseases that we had, that we keep coming up with and having or whatever, are just us being inoculated for when they finally come and bring all their shit. You know, like when the Eastern
like
Europeans,
they're building us up to resist some kind of super
Because
bug?
like when the when the
They're gonna have
Europeans,
like aliens like smallpox.
When Europeans came to North America,
yeah.
all the indigenous were exposed to all these European diseases, and they all were killed off. Or a lot of them were killed off because of not having any type of immunity.
Contact. I mean, look at
they
Native
have any kind of
Americans,
immunity
man.
to it. So, I think we're slowly being inoculated with all these fucking weird, fucking viruses that we keep coming every. How often there's another fucking bird flu, swine flu, H1N1.
I just heard they found bird flu in New York City again.
Sweet,
right?
Yeah.
So how many of these different versions are we're all getting inoculated little by little, being exposed to all these big diseases. So when
we're always gonna have the flu.
So when the aliens do come,
flu's always gonna
we have some kind of already immunity in our system for their diseases they're bringing to our planet.
Interesting.
Do they like bring their own STDs?
Maybe that's what it is. Yeah.
Like they.
I mean, I don't believe in aliens or anything.
You got that. You got that.
No, I was gonna say, does anybody think we'll make contact?
I don't know.
I think so. I think one day it'll happen.
You think one day some dude's just gonna land out in the middle of the sky and go, "Take me to your leader"?
No, I think it's gonna happen differently.
No,
it's gonna.
I think it'll be made from a distance. Like
what if that's already happened and we've seen it in a movie?
And that's why it's on the backside of the moon. You can't see that shit.
Well, I think
now they had that new satellite that's going to
maybe.
go
Well,
past
that's what China's
oh,
broadcasted
shit.
over there.
Maybe that someone did talk to them, man.
You know.
Yeah, maybe.
I've always heard the rumors that Hollywood was inspired to make movies like E.T. from the government, like Reagan be whispering.
I mean, do we have one of them already?
There is such a thing as Santa Claus.
Zuckerberg is.
Yeah.
There is such a thing as Santa Claus.
Right.
That was the code call for First Contact.
Santa Claus.
Yeah, one of the astronauts said about orbiting the moon or whatever.
Right.
There is such a thing as Santa Claus. Was heard on the radio call.
And then they cut?
No.
Okay.
But that was the code word. Like Omaha.
Right.
That's your code to your wife. We got to leave the party or anything. I'm ready to go home. Ready to go home. If you hear me, if you hear the word Omaha, come out of my
motherfucker, I
mouth,
said Omaha.
If
we
we
gotta
say
go.
at some point in time, I'm ready to go, and I'm trying to be nice about it, and I'm being mean, and making a scene. I said
Charlene
Omaha,
is drunk and sloppy and hitting on me again.
So I think the code word.
He kept saying Omaha.
No, he just said it one time, but it was the thing is that it was completely out of context, and the conversation wasn't anything about that. That he just said that out of the blue, out of nowhere.
Right.
He was talking about something, whatever, and there is such a thing as Santa Claus, and then. So that was the signal. That was supposedly. That's one of the. I've heard that theory that's
interesting.
Secret word.
So.
Well, what's the whole when they cut tape and they go to the other channel or whatever the fuck they do?
I don't know.
We've had that.
We've seen those movies where they do something similar with code words, like they're going on a heist or whatever. They have the guy wired and he say, all right, so if you feel in danger, you say we got to come up with a word that normally would not come up in conversation. If you say that word, we're coming in.
It can't come
yabba
up
dabba,
in
whatever.
Yabba dabba, abba zabba.
But
Zappa.
There's so many different confirmations about.
Well, and the government keeps
UFOs
denying that anything
unidentified
that's not
objects.
us. We exist.
We don't know what it is.
We acknowledge it exists.
We acknowledge the fact that we don't know what it is. It is unknown, some kind of object that was flying. You want to call it a UFO?
Right.
I mean, it's. I can't confirm that it's a UFO, but I can't deny it either. I mean,
exactly.
We don't know. We just don't know. Is what I'm saying. We don't definitively know.
I have no idea what you're talking about. You know what I know? Because I know. Because you know what I know. You know.
Slick Willie.
Man, exactly. That's the government at work for you, my friend. Slick Willie. So I just saw Slick Willie on an HBO ad for something. He's got some show coming. Oh, maybe it's a History Channel. Mm-hmm. Speaking of History Channel, oh my God. I just watched the Abraham Lincoln series that they had.
Oh, yeah?
Dude, it was fucking dope.
Really?
Even if you're not a big Lincoln fan, you should go back and check that out. It was the way they shot it. Whoever did it had a complete, I mean, they so hyper stylized it. Lincoln at his finest moments. And I mean, the dude they had portraying him looked the part. He was all big and lanky and shit.
He really fit the character well.
Yeah, he did it right.
The Civil War, man, really just put an age on it. Like, aged him fast.
You know what, though? There's a lot of correlations between that time and now. When you look at that, because that show laid it out plain as day, like you were the average soldier on the battlefield. This is what was happening.
Is this what you saw, Scott?
Let's see here. Yeah, man. Yeah, this dude was dope. Oh, sorry. Let me. You got it.
There he is. Yeah, he kind of does.
Yeah,
look
I
like
mean,
him.
the way he would walk, the way he would, portray himself.
Daniel Day-Lewis did a good one too,
Yeah.
man.
They had all kinds of weird beards back then.
Right.
Yeah, shit.
There was this one dude, we watched this. It was up in Pennsylvania. It was a dam that had burst like in the 1800s. It was New History Channel. It was right after this. It was called I Was There.
Huh.
And they would take themselves, the main guy narrating it, and would insert himself visually into the narration. And then they would film it like very cinematically. And this wealthy like hunting lodge or whatever was at this lake that no longer exists up in Pennsylvania. And the deal was they would maintain this dam that was upstream from like communities. And if they didn't, basically, they would all be wiped out by a tidal wave. Right. And they ended up lowering the dam, and they made several modifications and finally just blocked the whole thing off. Like there was a spillway. Right. They put a big net around it so their prize carp wouldn't, that they stocked the thing with, wouldn't go down the spillway. It was ridiculous. And then a giant storm showed up.
Damn.
And the thing broke. And these people like ran downstream, made telegraph wires, and like saved people.
Damn.
But it was like the largest loss of life in the United States at the time.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So here's Daniel Day-Lewis as Abraham
Fuck
Lincoln.
yeah,
This, I mean, he won an Oscar for this shit. But here's one part.
I can't listen to this anymore.
Man.
I can't accomplish a goddamn thing.
I'm going to pull this down just a little bit here.
Until we cure ourselves of slavery and end this
Slavery.
pestilential war.
You imagine living in those times, though? That is some absolute bullshit. Slavery. That whole time. And the fact that whole thing
he can just
was
deliver
because, well, I mean, you guys know. You can go and check it out. I don't want to get us dinged or anything.
Yeah, but yeah.
Because Daniel is so good.
He's so
I mean,
good in
he's
that show.
fine. He only picks and handpicks and chooses his roles.
And he does the voices.
I don't want the doorbell to ring and like Lincoln punch me in the balls one day,
I hear that he like stays in character also.
Yeah, the whole time, right?
You're just going out to lunch. He's like, "Hi, how you doing? I'm Abraham
Fuck,
Lincoln."
it's Abraham Lincoln.
Did you guys see
That'd
that
be
fucking
trippy, right? Going out with him to-
vampire Abraham Lincoln fucking man in the head?
So we were watching this
I didn't
thing.
I've never seen it.
I did. I watched it. It was great. I read the book. It was fantastic. So I was watching this the whole time, and I look over, and it's almost to the assassination. And I look at my wife, and I go, I don't buy this. I haven't seen him slay one fucking vampire.
Nice.
We were watching this
Right, we're
one?
watching this like historical thing
shit, I
on
get it
the
now.
History Channel, and
Yes,
it's like
I
this
get it.
guy's giving all this old timey sage, and I'm like, he ain't fucking slayed one vampire in this
This is
thing.
a
I don't
misrepresentation.
know, right? I don't buy this shit, man. Sensation.
Where's he buried at? Is he in
Springfield, Illinois. Yep, I've been to Lincoln's tomb several times. So they had the whole crypt, the tomb built, and while he was like awaiting for the tomb to be built, they had him buried somewhere else, and some dudes came down from like Chicago and tried to steal the body.
No shit.
Yeah, they had like a whole secondary tomb just like up and down the way. Like they caught him down there doing some shit. So now Abraham Lincoln and his whole family are buried like beneath 12 inches of concrete or some shit. Like he's really in there. You can't get him out. But because of that, I was watching this something. I can't remember what it was. It was a graphic that I saw. That's what it was. It had a picture of Lincoln at the end of his presidency, and his lips were really puffy. And it labeled him with some kind of genetic disease. Let me see if I can't find it.
Some kind of disease. That
And they said that had he not been assassinated, he would potentially have been dead within 90 to 120 days.
Really? Wow.
Because of this one photo that they had taken.
I mean, it's a hell of a diagnosis off of a photo.
Well,
I'm sure it was a black and white photo.
It was, but it was an up close. And it was I guess a
telltale sign or
it was very genetic markers, and
I mean,
here it is.
Well, look at him before the war, and look at him.
There's a
after.
lot of pictures of presidents like that where they show
So a
going into office
cardiologist-
and leaving office, and how old different they look and how worn they are.
Right. This cardiologist says that the people with this genetic disorder, they usually perish. Men don't make it generally past 28. And it's an aggressive thyroid cancer.
Oh, wow.
Hooded eyes. And if you see his eyes there, so that's towards the beginning and then towards the end of his presidency. The hooded eyes, the asymmetrical jawline.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
that was that's
Right.
like one of his
Enlarged, lumpy lips.
Yeah.
He believed that Lincoln was dying from a genetic cancer syndrome when he was shot April 14th, 1865. The only problem is only a DNA sample can prove this theory right or wrong. And like we said, Lincoln's beneath.
Yeah, I ain't getting to it.
8 feet of concrete or something up in Springfield.
I mean, just look at the before and before and after pictures.
See, that's before his presidency, correct?
Yeah.
This is only 4 years, people.
Right, that's
This is
4
one
years.
term. Because when he was assassinated, he was 5 days
Yeah.
into his second term.
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
So that's 4 years as
4
the
years.
United States president.
And that's 4 years, right? Look how horrible he looks.
Right? Think of Barack Obama.
Right.
Yeah.
8 years.
Right?
Wasn't he gray after?
Obama's gray, but that was it. Right?
Well, Clinton, though.
Think of Clinton.
Jeez.
Oh, he looked
right?
He looked like shit afterwards.
Right? Think of your modern presidents afterwards. When they go in and then afterwards. That's 4 years.
But
That's
he
4
did-
years of the
yeah.
United States
Trump
Civil
still
War.
looks orange.
He
Trump still looks orange.
Dude, he dealt with the most.
Dippity-doo.
he definitely dealt with the most.
Dude, this whole thing like really opened my eyes. Like he even planned and led a campaign of the Civil War. Like he took Norfolk.
Yeah.
Right? He was like 15, 20 miles offshore in a boat.
Right.
With could you imagine a modern president in a war, nonetheless, out on the front lines, planning, showing people how to get up and land, get up to take siege, and then staying out there with them while they took it? That would never happen today.
Right. It was a different world then.
My God.
Different world, man.
But then afterwards, when it was all said and done, well, what do we do with them? Do we prosecute? We know we take everything from them. You know, their governments are now the United States government. You know, no. We just let them be, let them up easy. That was their motto.
You know what's really crazy though?
They're
man?
Americans. Let them up easy.
He wasn't going to go to that theater that night either.
Neither one of them, him
Yeah,
or his wife, wanted to
right.
go. It was published that they were going to be there.
So they're like,
we have to.
Yeah.
Public obligation, public appearance obligation.
Exactly.
John Wilkes Booth would have never had his.
But it was the speech he gave before that where he talked about like giving blacks the right to vote.
Right.
He wanted to incorporate. Could you imagine what equal rights would be like in the United States today if Booth never got a chance to kill Lincoln? Because Lincoln had the whole Congress at that time eaten out of his hand.
Oh yeah. I mean, just the way he had to pass that amendment.
Right.
Like Grant
won the war, became president later.
He had his guys hustling to get that thing signed.
Right.
And there was a lot of influence as well.
Oh my God, there was so much going on.
Uh-huh.
But still, you're right, man. That photo right there, that's haunting.
Certainly is, man.
4 years. That's one term.
I mean, look at FDR. FDR did
10-year
4.
challenges on Facebook where they show the picture
yeah.
from 10 years ago compared to today.
Right? That's going to be their next one. They're going to do Teddy Roosevelt.
Teddy Roosevelt, yeah.
That'll be a good one. Rough Riders and all that.
Yeah, he challenged big banks, dude.
Yeah.
You know.
He changed things.
He did.
He really did. Walk softly, but carry a big stick.
Yeah, he was Rough Riders, I think.
Right.
He was a man of many passions.
Are you gonna stop?
I'm a president.
Here comes Eve on a 4-wheeler.
Yeah.
Rough Riders.
That was filmed in that video was actually filmed in Philly.
No kidding.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Her album, there's a skit that they go into a sandwich shop to order a sandwich. And he's like, that's not what you put on it. You don't know no bell peppers and onions. He says, you put cheese whiz, meat, onions, and that's it. He goes, what? You don't know what you're talking about. And the guy goes, no, you go out and fight the AK. I am from Philly. Philly's where I am from. I know how to make a cheesesteak. And you get this like the heaviest fucking accent of like, you know.
Get the fuck out of here. I know what I'm doing.
He's like, he told him to get the fuck out and go fight the AK. That is one of the best skits I've ever heard on a rap album.
Somebody asked if we do skits on this podcast, and I was like, nah, we never have.
Not pre-planned anyway.
Nah,
we don't fucking plan them out.
We kind of did a couple
off
here.
the cuff.
Yeah.
We had COVID.
Improvise.
We had the COVID skits, yeah.
COVID somewhere, you know.
I had the COVID skits a couple times.
Yeah, that was fun.
Omicron just shows up out of the fucking blue. It's never planned ahead of time.
Omicron in the house. I just lay dormant now. No one really talked to me because of Ukraine.
Somebody fucking said his name 3 times and he came to life.
Damn you, Ukraine. You take all my glory. Now no one talks about me.
The news cycle has changed.
But here I am, Decepticon.
Yeah.
Gonna get ya.
Gonna get you, bitch.
Let's go.
When you're not looking, I'm still gonna get you.
And change into a dildo.
And then the next thing we'll move on, and we'll have the next cycle, and then the next cycle.
Something cylindrical.
And it zoomed right over the top of our fucking aircraft. Y'all got something up
hit
here?
Me in the head.
And we just like that brought it all the way back around. Yeah.
We didn't plan that shit. That was funny though.
Rough Riders.
So yeah, I highly recommend that. Watching that Lincoln thing.
Oh, I will, dude. I'm gonna check that out.
It's fucking
the
dope.
Lincoln, yeah.
I'm gonna look for it, bro.
You know, I really hate the fact that I'm from that area and I never went to see the Lincoln Presidential Library.
Really?
Yeah, they've got a nice one up there. That used to, when it first opened, you would walk in and there would be like a hologram of Lincoln.
Oh, that's cool.
And he would greet you at the
Get
at
out.
The entrance. It was
that's
badass.
crazy, dude.
Like, hey, how you doing there? Want to wrestle? You know, I'm Lincoln, bitch. You know,
like
don't run from me. Right,
smoke this motherfucker.
Land of the free, bitch. Home of the brave.
Puff, give
him a shotgun.
Right. How's the rifling on that barrel?
Yeah.
Not talking about your penis. All right, moving on now.
Are you high, boy?
No, sir.
What's that
And if I is,
on that sticky.
I ain't seen none.
Need to get emancipated tonight, boy.
Right.
Emancipate your penis.
We're going to emancipate
Proclaim
everything
this
tonight.
motherfucker.
I play because I love Lincoln. I'm just saying.
Lincoln.
It's all jokes.
Seriously, if you've listened to this show at this point, right on, man.
He's from the land of Lincoln.
Oh.
From the land.
Oh. Sounds like something you hear in Jamaica.
It does. We were talking about Jamaica earlier. Up in Irie. So we can play this. Yeah.
So next week we have Jet Ainsworth coming on.
Worthy Pictures.
Worthy Pictures in the house.
Talk about the movie?
Yeah.
By
the way, we're in a movie.
We're gonna force him to talk about the movie.
By the way, yeah.
So I heard you made a movie.
We're in a short part of a movie, but we're in a movie.
Hey, we're in it, right?
That's right. We made the trailer, bitches.
I didn't mean to ask.
And I'll have the trailer coming up.
I'm gonna have to find that shit.
Yeah.
Put a link up.
No, it was a
We'll
good
put
time.
it in our show.
Good time doing it,
Yeah,
man.
I've got the trailer itself and working parts.
Hell yeah.
The poster is actually on our here. Check this out. Posters on our opening slate. Soul
There it is.
Graffiti. Hashtag Save the Jam.
There's our
Save the Jam.
Save the Jam. There's our boy Goody.
Goody.
Yeah.
Friend of the show.
That is Goody.
That's Goody.
I just realized that's fucking Goody.
Yeah.
And that's Danielle.
Yep, that's Danielle.
I don't recognize Danielle.
I think the other his name's Kyle.
I don't work in the
I think
bars
so, yeah.
anymore. I don't recognize these ladies.
That's Hannah.
Film not yet related.
That's Hannah from
Not yet rated.
KPLA.
Yeah.
KPLA Radio.
KPLA.
Check them out online. On Facebook at Worthy Pictures.
Oh yeah. Check them all out.
Follow them. They're like you can see here. They're winning awards and festivals and stuff. They're being nominated. So.
Nominated 11 times.
That's not too shabby, man.
They are the Titanic of this
That's right.
film festival.
You know, it's hard to get local area news to cover local things like this.
Yeah.
If it's not news like a school board or somebody kills their neighbor, nobody seems
Where's
to care.
the festival? Where was the festival at?
There's two of them ongoing. One of them is the Awesome Film Festival, and the other one is the Sunny Side Up Film Festival.
Yeah.
One is in Oklahoma. And
At Sunnyside.
I think so. I don't
it
know
is.
where the Awesome one is. I want to say it's out.
L.A.
Is it L.A.?
L.A.,
I was
yeah.
going to say it's somewhere.
Well, no, they're having a film festival, but it's nowhere. It's nowhere.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then hopefully Dave's back next week.
Yeah, we'll have Dave back next week. Thanks to Angel.
Yes.
Sitting in, man.
Thanks, Angel. Appreciate it.
Episode
always come
93.
In the books.
Glad you got to sneak out for this one, man.
Yeah, thanks, honey, for letting me come.
Now he kisses her ass, right?
Oh, yeah.
Pucker it.
I love you,
Ooh.
Sarah. I know how much you...
My woman said, take my craft room, please.
Yes, and she changed everything.
God
bless
her.
Thank you, Andrea.
Oh.
Yeah.
And we just ran out of music bed.
For a transcript of the Old 77 podcast, write down everything the boys say.
And we out.
All right.